Hi, Floyd. There's been a lot of talk about West Indies and six-hitting ability in particular. Are you seeing this as a good matchup in terms of a South African lineup that's in pretty good form? And I mean, the surface is a red soil surface, so are you expecting this to be quite a high-scoring six-hitting contest?
Well, both teams hit sixes, but yeah, the pitch, once the wicket is good, then you expect, a good batting performance on both of the teams. I think the main thing for us is, trying to score as many balls as possible. Yes, we know we hit sixes, we hit fours, but for us is, to score as many deliveries as possible.
Came in with a lot to say about, 10 years on and maybe people not expecting them to be as good as they've been or point to prove or something like that. I mean, you've had some amazing wins and on the cusp of a semi-final. Do you feel like the point's been proved or are there still points to prove?
There's no point to prove for us. We came here like any other team to win the competition. A lot of people have us flying under the radar, but we plan every game to go in there with a positive mentality to win cricket games.
Are there many of the batsmen in your lineup were in the SA20 where they would have faced many of all the South African bowlers? Has there been any specific help that some of those guys like Shafrain Rutherford or Shai Hope have given with regards to plans to specific bowlers that they faced?
We just played a series against them in South Africa. Played 3 games there, and guys like Rutherford, Chase, and Skipper Shea played in the SCT20 as well. So, when you play against teams in international cricket, guys know each other. They play against each other, even in franchise cricket. So it's just a matter of on the day, who plans the best on the day, who executes the best on the day.
Floyd, do you think it's fair to say that there's something about the energy and dynamic of tournaments that seems to bring the best out of West Indies? They always seem to be a threat at a tournament in a way that often they're not in bilateral series.
Well, listen, our energy is great. The vibes is good within the team. Everybody's up for it. Like I said before, we came here to win cricket games. We came here to play some good cricket, and that's what we've been doing so far. We've been planning well, batting well, bowling well, fielding well. So you have to do all 3 of those departments in order to win cricket games. But for us, it's about, ticking the boxes. The guys are enjoying, playing with each other, enjoying each other's company and enjoying each other's success. That's important in a team setup.
And it's and just the tournament dynamic, does that bring something out of you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's a world stage. Everybody wants to perform at the World Cup. This is important, for guys to put in, some beautiful performances at the world stage where everybody's watching.
Like the turnaround time between the last game and this game is not much, and you're also coming to a venue where you haven't played, where South Africa have played almost all of their games in this venue except one. So what sort of challenge do you think that brings to your team's preparation and to the goal of qualifying for the semi-finals?
Yeah, they have an advantage of playing most of their games at the same venue, but like I said, once we plan properly and execute our plans, then we will play a good game of cricket. So for us, we're not worried too much about the venues and who played there, who didn't play there. For us now, it's just coming out and understanding what's needed to be done and execute.
And also, your coach Darren had told me at the Wankhede Stadium that regardless of whatever problems there is in West Indies cricket, he wants his team to play a brand of cricket that will inspire the next generation. Regardless of what happens in the tournament from here on, do you think that this tournament, establishes the sort of pride in the team that where you have inspired the next generation with the kind of cricket that you've played?
Yeah, I think we play some good cricket, and they have a lot of people at home watching. Yes, I think we have inspired the next generation of cricketers. Also, the people of the Caribbean are very happy the way how we're playing, and obviously, we want to go forward in the tournament. So it's just for us now to continue, like I said before, to do all the good things. Make sure we tick the right boxes. Make sure we plan well and execute well. And I know that the Caribbean is rooting for us.
Hi, Coach. Do you see South Africa as the most balanced side in this tournament? And will tomorrow's contest will be like West Indies batting and South Africa's bowling?
Can you repeat, please?
Do you see South Africa as the most balanced side in this tournament? And can tomorrow's contest be South Africa's baller versus the bigoting ability of West Indies?
Well, all the teams are balanced teams. You know, you come to a World Cup, you have each team has quality players in it, and on the day, you know, on the day is important. Is which team wants it the most, and which team executes their plans under pressure. So I would say, yes, I would say they have a balanced team. We have a balanced team as well. You know, all the other teams have balanced teams, but it's just a matter on the day, you know, which team wants to execute their plans the best to their abilities.
Do you think in T20 format, anchoring has a role for the batting side when they're batting? And if you think it is still there, instead of just going for, you know, right from the first over or first ball, going bang, 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 if it is there, who do you have as an anchor in West Indian, this current West Indian team?
Well, to me, the game has evolved. You know, teams are getting 220, 230 plus, right? So it's just a matter of guys understanding their roles. Each person have a different role in the team to play. There are different phases in the game. You know, you have the power player phase, then the phase after the power player, then 11 to 15, 16 to 20. So each person have a role to play in each phase of the game. So it's just, you know, for guys to go out there and play their role, you know, execute their role in the different phases of the game. Well, you look at our team, we have quality batters, and we're not like the other teams where they're depending on one or two batters. If you look at our games, everybody has stepped up every game and put in performances, and we've been consistent in doing that, and that's a sign of a good batting team, a good batting unit.